Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sandra Solomon and this is...
I'm Rotten Rebel.
Yes, and life is too short to smell bad. However, I have bought some fragrances that really doesn't smell good. I thought it was a good idea at the moment, but when I got them home and I sprayed them on, I realized that this was really bad purchases.
That's no good.
No. But we do know that different people experience different fragrances differently.
Yeah.
So I have brought them here to for Rotten Rebel to sniff them out and give me his feedback and his rating.
So I'm gonna rate your worst fragrances, in other words.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
So this is my opinion. This is my subjective experience from these fragrances. So I do know that there are ones who love these. So we will see if you agree with me.
Yeah,
or
let's
if
do it.
you like them.
Yeah.
Let's start.
Nice.
First up we have Odejo EDT. This is one that is rather expensive. So I thought, well, hey, this costs much. That is not a good reason to buy anything.
No.
But I did. So this is... I'm not going to say what it smells like. You are going to tell me what you feel. But I can give you clue. It's something with vegetables.
The opening isn't that bad though.
And what do you smell?
It quite quickly turns into something like a cucumber or something. Yeah, like a cucumber.
Yeah.
and something
Yeah.
else. I'm not sure if I don't think there's any musk or anything in it. I honestly can't pick out what it is in it. But it's not full of citrus or anything, and I can't get a sense of any sweetness or anything like that. It's just a sort of a cucumber, watery cucumber.
A watery cucumber, yes. Yeah. And I have checked up on the reviews on this, and there are actually those who really, really love this and thinks it's a masterpiece, beautiful. Would you enjoy this on a woman?
No. I would not. I mean, when you if you just get a whiff of it, like if I take a sniff like half a second, then it's nothing super bad, but it's nothing good either. Yeah. But the more I inhale that stuff, the more nasty it gets.
Yeah.
So this is one that I don't think you should overspray it, even though I don't think it's strong. No. But this is one that I'm gonna guess a lot of people are going to sort of feel that it's not cloying but annoying. Yeah. So yeah, this was if I would be on a date with someone who had this one on, I would try to in a sort of a discreet way give her a hint that no, this is no good. Time for you to change. So
for me, this is something that belongs in the kitchen. And if you have real cucumber, you don't need this fragrance. Yeah. So if you're gonna rate it 1 to 5.
Yeah, this gets like a 0.1.
Okay.
So it's not the worst. I've had worse. You know, the funky ones that I just can't stand. No. But this is no good.
No. So Odejo EDT gets 0.1.
Gets a big no.
No. So let's move on. Next up we have one that I might have a few people not agreeing with me. This is one of the worst I have ever bought.
Whoa.
I don't hate it, but I think it's hideous.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why I haven't included it in anything, because I don't want to promote this one. This is Versace Dylan Blue. Yeah, and the Dylan Blue for men is wonderful. Yeah, you have it and it's so good. But this, I don't know what they did.
I'm quite surprised. I guess I gotta sniff it first. I can't remember how it smelled like, but the men's version is like a bestseller.
Yeah, and that is really good.
So I'm finding it hard to believe that they would release a bad one for women. And Versace are such pros on creating really mass appealing fragrances.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this one? That's my question. I think it's quite nice.
This is like something you wash your laundry with. Not even that. I wouldn't want it on my laundry. It's like soapy.
So there's something
annoying.
sweet, there's something floral in it. I don't know if you know the notes, but to me it's a bit floral, a bit sweet.
Soapy, dishwasher-like.
I get why you would say that it feels like maybe to me it's not soapy, but I get why it's more maybe laundry
detergent.
Than dishwasher.
Yeah,
but I do understand why you feel that.
And it's really sharp and annoying.
No, but I do understand why some people might think that this is like you mentioned, sharp.
Yeah.
But to me, this is like a really not super mass appealing, but quite likable kind of floral / sweet. I'm not sure if there are musk or anything in it as well.
Okay.
It's not. I don't think this is a bad release. No.
Okay, I can't say you're wrong because it's your opinion. Would you enjoy this on a woman?
On the right woman, I would think it's sexy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I would not think. I would not try to convince her to change like the Odejo one. No, this is clearly above average to me.
Okay, so a rating 1 to 5.
Maybe something along the lines of 3.5. So definitely above average.
Wow. So one of the ones I really don't like in my collection gets a 3.5 from Rotten Rebel. Yeah, interesting. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Next up we have Lalique Eau de Parfum. Yeah, and this actually got quite good ratings. But this is really not one that is...
Laliques can be a bit tricky. So some Laliques are quite nice, but some are just maybe boring or borderline. Like they try to be sort of a they try to be really exclusive.
Yeah.
But I just find some of them really annoying.
Yes, and this is both annoying and boring and very anonymous, I would say.
I wouldn't say it's anonymous because it's full of sort of a scent.
Okay.
It's full of. I think that's a colorful one, but I do feel that it is a bit sort of a. It does sort of a tread into something that reminds me maybe of something that gives me a vibe of something that is a bit old school.
Yeah.
And thick.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say that it's bad. But to me, it's not a modern kind of scent, and it feels like a really mature one.
Wow, this is crazy. Do you know what this reminds me of?
What?
One of my absolute favorites that really also smells a little bit old school.
One of the Dior.
So good. No. If I say Casablanca Lily from Byredo, sniff it again.
Yeah, I guess.
So I'm guessing we have 2 rows.
Maybe a bit.
Yeah, quite much actually. But this is like a cheap version of it that's not so good.
I think this one, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. But I don't think it's super good either. And it gives me a vibe of something that is a bit old school. Casablanca Lily, on the other hand, I usually describe it as something that is modern but with an old school touch to it.
Yeah.
But this one feels way more old school. And I do think that this one is something that a lot of people are going to find like cloying and annoying.
Yeah.
And it's like a blend of, I can't pick up that much specific kind of nuances. It's just a big blend of something.
Yeah.
So this one to me is actually worse than the Versace ones.
Wow.
But it's definitely better than Odejo. So I think I'm gonna give this one was quite boring and possibly annoying. So I think I'm gonna give it a 1.
Okay.
I've smelled the worst though.
So guys, before we continue, we do not like these fragrances, but I do want you to like this video. it really helps out. So this one is one that you have actually recommended to me. And when I bought it, I had just recently started my fragrance journey and was just getting to know oud. And I really liked it in the beginning. But now...
I think, if I recall it correctly, is that I bought it and then I sort of quickly got... my initial reaction was, wow, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
This is kind of good. But then I quickly found it to be like a big mess of notes. And something like one of those notes, I'm not sure if it's the oud scent or whatever it is, that was it just bugged the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it. So now I only used it like a few times now. But I remember that I let you try it and you liked it enough to buy it.
Yeah.
But now it's on your shit list.
Yeah.
So
It
what
really
happened?
is. So this is
What
Shaghaf
happened there?
oud, Swiss Arabian oud. And
it could be though that when you started out your fragrance journey, that your nose, I mean, there are perfumes that you started out giving a big no, and now you love them, and this is like vice versa. So your untrained nose was like, oh, this is so good, and now your nose is more accustomed and trained to different kinds of nose, and you realize that this is garbage. Not garbage,
but not good. To me, this is really cloying. It's too sweet, it's too cloying, it's really in your face.
I think it's the sort of a oud note that it's just a version of oud that I can't handle. And it's not common to come across an oud like this.
No.
I have a lot of oud perfumes and nothing that sort of stinks like this.
No.
And I'm not sure
Did
what...
you say stinks like this or stings like this?
Stinks, yeah.
It stinks.
And it stings in my nose though.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure what kind of sweet notes there are in this, but it feels like there's a sweetness.
I'm guessing some saffron.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, my first initial reaction was like, wow, this is so cool and it's so cheap, but it quickly went downhill from there.
So now we both have this horrible fragrance in our collection.
The interesting thing is that a lot of people actually, if you go online and try to find what people think about it, a lot of people actually enjoy it. But this is cloying.
Yeah.
This is annoying. And it's just not me. I've had the same reactions from other people who go, they are not as direct as I am. So they start off by, so what are you wearing? But they don't give you a compliment. They just ask what it is, what the fuck it is that you're wearing. And then maybe by the end of the night they go like, hey, you know what? That thing you have on is like a big no. No good. No, I don't like it. I think I'm going to give it. This is a tough one. I actually think that the previous one is better.
Yeah, I agree.
So this is like 0.5.
Oh, so it's better than the cucumber fragrance?
No, that was 0.1.
Yeah, so this is better.
Yeah, than cucumber. Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
I rather have this one than the cucumber.
Okay.
And this one actually gets better. It's less inoffensive as it dries down. So by like hour 5 or 4 or 5, it becomes like this quite okay kind of scent.
Okay, so
but that's like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, so the 4 or 5 first hours, people are going to be like, oh, what's the smell? Yeah. So 0.5 for Swiss Arabian oud from Shaghaf. So the next one is a tricky one. I actually really had a good first impression of this one, and I said that, well, hey, I'm gonna try out this fragrance house more. But then I put it on and I went to get my daughter, and on the way there I was starting to feel nauseous because this was horrible on my skin. So the one I'm talking about is Fruit Amour Lilac from Emanuel Ongaro. So, and you actually, I want to remember that you actually liked this one at first sniff.
I think it was one of our fragrance hauls.
Yeah.
And I remember this correctly. you were quite happy about it.
Yeah.
And I was quite surprised that it was pretty good. And then I think, but I forgot to do it myself. I think both of us said that, okay, we should explore the house of Emanuel Ongaro more.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. I completely forgot about the house until you mentioned it.
So now you can do it.
Maybe. But yeah, this is, so the name was Fruit de Mar, right?
Fruit Amour.
Fruit d'Amour, yeah. So this is like a fruity sweet one.
Yeah.
And it's really fruity and it's really, really sweet.
Yeah. And really, really annoying.
So initially, I don't think it's bad.
No?
But I don't have the experience of wearing it for an hour or more.
No.
So I guess this is one of those that is tricky, because if you smell it like this, you could be like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
But if you're going to walk around with it, maybe it starts to become like really heavy.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that what was left in the dry down is what I don't like, because initially it really smells good, but the thing that stays in the dry down and that you get whiffs of when you have it on, just it's in your face and it makes you nauseous.
So you do enjoy the opening?
Yeah.
Okay. It is almost like a bubble gum kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
So what it is? Do you know what it is that you don't enjoy about the dry down?
There was something very sweet and fruity coming at me in a bad way.
So we can't have nauseous.
No, and there it is. Now it's there. So imagine that coming up in your nose every once in a while.
I think once again, I think this it's not bad, but it's one of those fragrances, because it's such like a big dose of sweetness and fruitiness. It feels a bit messy.
Yeah.
And sometimes those kind of fragrances can really become something that you dislike, especially if you're going to walk around in it. But from the strip right now, I think it's quite okay.
Okay, well then you can wear it.
No, okay.
So if you're gonna rate it.
Yeah, this give me some something like bubble gum, or along with a big bunch of fruits or something. There's something like sweet candy feel to it.
Yes.
But I do understand why you are sort of have a hang up on it.
Yeah.
I think. This is a tricky one. So which one did I give it to?
Was it
Dylan, right?
Dylan, yes.
Did I give that one? No.
3.5 to Dylan, and did you give 2 to Lalique Eau de Parfum?
This one gets maybe 1.5 or 2.
Okay.
So it's not above average.
No.
But I mean, for the price, because it was quite cheap, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you have this one, or if you're thinking about buying it, then I would suggest that you don't overspray.
Yeah.
So maybe like a 1 or 2 sprays max.
Or maybe not spray at all.
Yeah, according to you, yeah. Yeah, but it's not the best one, but I don't think it's that bad. But I do understand that, and please do know that this is the kind of scent that there's a high chance that people are going to find it like cloying if you overdo it.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the same thing with a lot of these sort of I don't want to sound like a fragrance snob or anything, because I'm not. I love cheapies. But sometimes a lot of the cheapies that are super sweet, the sweetness in them is so not well blended.
Yeah.
And they are messy, and sometimes those messes can become annoying or cloying.
Yeah, so sweet, fruity, candy-like fragrances can be so good, and I'm thinking of like Rouge Trafalgar from Dior. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And also the the Lady
Million.
Million from Paco Rabanne. But those are like well made and really good.
Yeah.
This feels like cheap candy.
Yeah.
And it's not good. So 1.5 for Fruity Amour from Emanuel Ongaro. And the next one is one that I'm also going to blame you for.
And I just gotta stop you right there. We have Shaghaf Oud hanging in the air. And it's freaking driving me insane. And I'm starting to almost get a headache. This is weird.
Oh my god.
It could be that I haven't had enough water or something, but it's definitely, I'm gonna blame it on Shaghaf oud.
Yeah.
I can't stand this. I just realized it. I can't even stand it now.
Wow.
Because I can feel it right here.
Oh
and it
my god.
bugs the shit out of me. But let's move on.
Maybe it's the Shaghaf oud together with all these other hideous fragrances.
I'm gonna be a trooper and
yeah, there's only one left after this one. So let's rip this off. You say it like that.
Rip this off. I don't know.
Okay. Let's just move on.
Let's just say it like you usually love to say. Do you know what I say?
Let us slayer.
Yeah. Let's just
slayer this.
Slayer this. Even though it
Sandra
should be
the slayer.
Yeah, you're a slayer and you are going to slay this perfume. Something like that. She's so fancy with her words. So let's move on to the next one.
Yes. So you have a couple of fragrances from Chopard that is really, really good.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I'm also gonna get me some Chopard because that's so good. So I got Chopard Wish, and this is not good.
I'm not sure if there are. I think there are. Yeah, thanks. I think there are different flankers to Wish.
Yes, there are. I think
so. This one is.
No, I think this is
the
Wish.
Original.
Yeah, the original. Yeah.
And I'm gonna guess that the Wish ones are quite successful, at least in terms of sales, because you can see them quite frequently on a lot of different online shops, and they are quite visible, so I'm gonna guess that they are selling like crazy.
So maybe there are others that are better than this one. This is the Eau de Parfum. Wish Eau de Parfum.
This one is different to the previous one, which was like a big loud mess.
Yeah.
This one feels a bit more discreet.
Yes.
But I do once again understand
Still annoying.
But I don't know exactly what it is that you have a big. What about it annoys you that much?
I'm guessing there's some white florals that really gets in the way of loving this.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think this is bad.
Okay.
But this is another one of those sort of floral ones that could actually become a bit annoying to some people. That's the tricky thing about florals. In my world, in order for me to appreciate a floral, it's got to be well done. The price doesn't matter. It can be super cheap or super expensive, but it's got to be well done.
Do you want it to be well done or rare or well made?
Well made.
Or medium?
Oh yeah, well done.
Yeah, so he likes well done fragrances.
Well made. And it's ideally also not only well made but well blended together with other notes as well. So something to maybe add a bit of sweetness together with the florals to make it more approachable and likable. This one does lack that sort of other side to it. Yeah, so you have my sympathy.
Yeah.
I do understand why you are not enjoying this, and I'm gonna guess there are quite a few other women and men out there that feel the same way as you. But I don't think it's the worst one that I ever smelled, and it's definitely better than Odejo.
Yeah, everything is better than Odejo.
And I think it's better than the Lalique one.
Oh really?
But to me, this is just boring.
Yeah.
So I can't give it a high rating, which means that I'm gonna give it a low rating, but simply because it's boring
and not well done.
So yeah, and not well done. So maybe 1.
Yeah. Okay. So 1 for Wish Eau de Parfum from Chopard. Now brace yourself.
Oof.
This is actually a fragrance that I loved when I was younger. So I have many memories connected to this. So I actually like it, but I hate it on myself. So if I feel this on someone else, I appreciate it. But if I smell it on myself, I just want to wash it away.
And if I, once again, this is like the third time I say this, if I remember this correctly, but I think you were like a year ago, you were like, oh my god, I can't remember if you said I gotta buy it or I bought this, and this one was like something from my childhood or whatever, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah, and you seemed really fired up and happy about it.
Yeah, I was.
But now it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So look, bring it on. Let's try it.
This is Moschino, Cheap and Chic, and it really smells.
What a name, Cheap and Chic.
Yeah. So this is Cheap and Chic.
Is it sheep and chic? Like a sheep, bad. Because you said
why
cheap.
one might think so. What should I say?
Cheap. Not sh. It's not a sheep.
Okay.
Or is it?
So, if
welcome to English by Rock and Rebel. I'm not the best at English, but I'm not saying sheep. This is sheep. This is a sheep fragrance. I can go on for hours.
I don't understand how we ever had a meaningful conversation.
I think you need to spray more of this sheep fragrance.
Do you want the sheep fragrance on you?
The sheep fragrance. So what was it about this one that you really loved from the beginning? Because you were quite raving about it.
Yeah, what I loved was nothing I can smell here. No, actually this was a fragrance that was used by a person in my family. And I'm guessing that I am connecting this scent to some of the good memories we had.
So...
And those are not... we don't make new good memories, so maybe it's that.
This is a tough one. I don't know what I'm smelling. So it feels like there's something slightly powdery or maybe musky.
Yeah.
But there's then in the middle there's something really bright.
Something fruity floral.
Yeah, maybe more floral or something.
Yeah.
And I guess it's the other side of it that I don't enjoy, that brightness of it. Yeah. So again, I don't think...
This is actually a little bit like the Emanuel Ongaro fragrance. It can be quite okay in the opening, but when it dries down, it becomes cloying and annoying.
Yeah, and I do pick up what it is that you most likely are going to experience when it dries down. It becomes cloying.
Yeah.
But the thing with sheep and chic is that I think it's quite boring.
Yeah.
This is not something that excites me. That excites my nose. No. It's not something I would enjoy on if I would be dating a woman on her.
If she's not the right woman, as you said, with some of the others.
No. But yeah, this is a tough one. It's not bad, but I don't think it's good either. No. It's like right in the middle, and it just is. And we can't have fragrances that just are.
No, you need to smell amazing.
So maybe 1.5.
1.5 for cheap.
Cheap.
And chic.
And chic.
Is it chic?
I think it's chic.
Chic. Cheap and chic.
But I do like the way you said it. So I think from now on, you're gonna be like when you're making a top list of cheapies, you can say, so here's my top 10 sheepies.
That was cheap.
Yeah, that was cheap.
Was it cheap or sheep?
So moving on,
yes.
This one, yeah, I understand it. I don't recommend it, and you absolutely don't recommend it, Lars.
No. Did you give it a rating?
1.5, I think.
1.5.
Yeah.
Okay. So 1.5 out of 5 for.
No, I'm gonna let you say.
Cheap and chic. Yeah. So have you tried any of these, and do you agree with me that they are boring and hideous, or is any one of these your favorites? Please tell me in the comments.
Comment.
Yeah. And Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Rotten Rebels channel. There's a link in the description. Subscribe to me, like this video, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.